he's a bulldog, man. It's just one of those things. He's on the mound. You look at the size of him, man. He looks like a bear out there, just on the mound, just ready to pounce on somebody. So it's that he has that going for him, and he hits his spots. And he had that one situation with bases loaded, and he didn't miss his spot for the next batter. I forget who it was, Correa or maybe whoever was up, and kept going in, and he didn't leave anything out over, got him jammed, and we got out of it. So that was a big situation, and he's made for this for sure.
Todd Frazier talking about CC Sabathia, not as trim as he used to be.
Thankfully, when he was trim, he couldn't pitch.
Todd talking about he looks like a bear out there. The Yankees got the win in Game 3 thanks in part to the heroics of CC. 6 scoreless innings, 5 strikeouts. Picked up his first win in this postseason, and he's now 10-0, Dylan, following a Yankees loss this season. So he always seems to bounce back. Unless there's a Game 7 or the Yankees make the World Series, probably won't see CC again in the postseason. Unlikely, but when you look at his numbers this season compared, to the previous few years, he's had better numbers this year. What do you think he has done for his legacy, the way he's performed in the playoffs this year?
Oh, I think he's helped it immensely. I think as a Yankee fan, we looked at the big contract the Yankees extended to CC many years ago, and it was sort of, the feeling was if he can help bring one World Series title to the Bronx, it'll be worth it. He did that in 2009. He was the ace of that staff. He won the ALCS MVP that year, and it felt like he was a huge part of bringing that World Series home. Anything from there would be gravy. And then really a lot of the last several years have been marred with injuries and just, looking like he's getting old, like he's on the downward spiral of his career. Then all of a sudden this year, ever since that cortisone shot in his right knee, that landing knee where he felt like he could put that big frame, all that weight on that knee, he's been great. Look at the 2017 numbers here. A sub-4 ERA, always seeming like he gives the Yankees a chance. And those stopper numbers, 10-0 after a loss, there had not been a pitcher in a given season, one season, to go at least 10-0 after their team's loss since Whitey Ford in the magical 1961 season. So this is stuff of epic proportions, and to do it at 37 years
Hands
old,
down.
when he's not working with that same velocity, he's doing it with a lot of guile, a lot of that deception that you got to do when you get a little older. I thought was brilliant. Frazier talked about that great approach when he looked to be unraveling a little bit in that bases loaded situation, and then he just hammered the ball in on Correa and got the big out and got out of a jam. He didn't have as sharp a stuff tonight as he did in Game 5 against the Indians, but he still was great. He actually went deeper in this game. Thankfully, with a little bit of run support, he was able to challenge hitters after he got staked this to a big lead. And I think he's really helped his legacy as a Yankee pitcher that's beloved in the Bronx, that you trust, and that, when he's healthy, takes the ball and battles and gives you his all. So he's really giving a lot of thought to bringing him back next year, maybe on a one-year